Howdy, I'm Stan with HAP Training, and thanks for being back with us. The last time we talked about front loading, and front loading is the skill of speaking to tension, either before a conversation or tension that could be in a conversation. And what we want to talk about now is checking in, and that relates to how we show up for a conversation. Are we ready for a conversation? How are we showing up for our family? How are we showing up for our friends? How are we showing up for work? And what I mean is, how are we showing up emotionally? Are we ready to have a clean conversation? I really use the analogy or the metaphor of, would you drive blind? Would you drive drunk? That's a ridiculous question. We wouldn't do that. But we show up to have a hard conversation. We show up for the people that we love, and we show up at work in a bad mood, and we don't even know it. We don't understand that we're in a bad mood. So checking in is showing and talking to yourself and asking yourself some really simple questions. What emotions am I feeling? And a really big one is, with context, on a scale of 1 to 5 or a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst day I've ever had, 10 being the best day I've ever had, where am I on the scale? Because if I'm a 1 or a 2, and that's the worst day I've had in my life, why am I having a hard conversation? Should I even be at work? Is somebody going to get hurt because I'm emotionally not showing up? So it becomes a tradition for me and others to check in. If we're going to have a hard conversation, am I checking in? Let's check in with each other. If they don't have the skill, I'm checking in with myself. And what that does when you're stepping into a hard conversation, you know if you're ready for a hard conversation or not. And if you're not ready, or the other person's not ready, and it's important, then you schedule it for another time. We both want to show up and be ready for the hard conversation. If I'm showing up to work, I want to be ready to work. When I come home in the evening, I want to be there. I want to be present for my family, so I'm going to check in with myself before I walk in the door. And that way, if I feel like I'm not in a place where I can interact without causing harm, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to set a clear boundary and go, I need some time to be by myself. So this gives you a lot of opportunity to come back to the conversation. If it's an important conversation, say, I want to be present, and I'm not present emotionally, and I'm not ready for the conversation. Can we schedule it when I'm ready? And then circle back and have the conversation. Healthy people check in with themselves regularly. Healthy people get up in the morning and check in with themselves. They say their name because everything that comes after it must be the truth. Look at themselves on a scale. Worst day, best day ever. Where am I? And what are some emotions that I'm feeling? So that when I start interacting with myself, my others, in the environment, I know where I'm at. I want to try to move through my worlds each day. I don't want to cause harm. I don't want to cause damage, and I want to try to keep my integrity. And so by making that a tradition of checking in regularly with yourself, especially before hard conversations or before you start interacting with the people that you love and respect, then you're just showing up as a better person. That's what all this is about. So hope you got something from that. Remember, happy relationship is a happy life. Thanks for being here, folks. Talk to you later.